Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be doing a first impression review-ish, swatch-ish thingy-ish on the new BH Cosmetics Supernova palette. These are baked shadows. You get 18 in here for $12, I think is what they're on sale for right now. And let me just show you. It looks like this on the front. It's really cute. And then it's got a magnet to it, and it's got that like sleek kind of packaging to it, cardboard, but it's like sleek. Does that make sense? And then you open it, and there's like a little mirror right here, but don't want to blind you. And then here are all the shadows. Most of them are named after the zodiac signs, and then there's a couple in here that are just kind of like galaxy themed-ish things, and I love it. So the only thing that I've noticed so far is a couple of the shadows are a little bit chunky and like glittery almost, rather than like a you know, baked shadows, how they're very shimmery, like you just swap it and it's just like you know, some of these, like these two right here are pretty chunky, but this whole bottom row right here I feel like is very on point. Like, I'm obsessed with this. Maybe it's the colors, I don't know, might be a little bit biased, but I do love the colors, and I think it's a really nice palette overall. I'll just go ahead and start by saying that I do like it. It's 12 bucks, and you get a nice little variety of color. You get a nice black down here, and these are just my favorite. Like, I love anything with this in it. I used today Neutron. I put it all over my lid, and then I went over it with Aurora, and you can see that right there. And then I went in the crease with Luna to deepen it up a little bit, and this has been on for about 5 hours or so, I would say. So you can see how like the staying power and like lasting power of that is. It definitely was a lot more shimmery and vibrant 5 hours ago, but I'm very satisfied with it for being $12. So yeah, we'll go ahead. So first I'm going to do some finger swatches, then I'm going to go in with a brush swatch, and then I'm going to go in and do like a wet brush swatch. So I'm just going to spritz it and show you how like the baked shadow works wet. And I'm just going to be starting off on the first row with Phoenix and working my way down, and you know, so on and so on. Getting down on the elbow. Oh, that poor little black swatch though. Okay, so here are, my arm's going to sleep. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. So here are the shadows without any primer on, anything underneath it, and just a finger swatch. You can see some of these shades right here are the most pigmented. A lot of these up and through here are very nice and like creamy, more shimmery like, and then these two right here are very glittery and almost chunky. This blue right here is a little chunky. They're all almost a little chunky, but still very creamy like. I don't know, it's a really hard texture to describe, but I mean, it's $12. But that's just a finger swatch, so we'll go ahead and get into the brush and the wet brush. Okay, so for the brush, I'm just using the BH Cosmetics number 102, and I just got this in the mail today along with this one. So, yeah, so I think this came in like the 8-piece set or something like that. It's just a very flat, synthetic, little flat shader brush, and so, boys! And so we're just gonna get into that and just start swapping them. That one barely picked up at all. Okay, and for this last row, I'm just gonna kind of like go underneath right here. Okay, that black I'm gonna take off because the purple definitely transferred with that. My bad, big dog, my bad. Let me fix that. Okay, so that is all the swatches done with just a brush, dry, everything. You can see they're a little bit less pigmented. They're even more patchy and a little bit more chunky. especially this one right here. This one had like almost no pigment to it. This one, same here, very chunky. This one, same, very chunky, very patchy. But for the most part, they're still very metallic-y. You know what I mean? They didn't lose their metallic vibe that they had going on. But as far as their pigmentation went, I definitely would recommend either doing with your finger or maybe wetting it. We'll get into the wet ones, see how they work a little bit better. But for just the regular old brush, you're not going to get near as much as a payoff as you would with your finger. So I'm going to just dust that brush off a little bit. Alright, and I'm going to be using the Hard Candy makeup. Look at my hand. Oh my gosh, I'm like turning into like a mermaid or something over here. Fresh out of the water. This is the Hard Candy Makeup Setting Spray, and I'm just going to spritz the brush with it and get it a little bit wet. And going to pick up the same shadows in the same order. I really wanted that gold to be a little bit more pigmented. Kind of butthurt about it, honestly. Let's try that again. Maybe with like 2 layers. Okay, 2 layers, definitely. With the wet, it makes it really, really pop. That kind of stinks because you don't want to use that much of your product. But, I mean, that makes it look a whole lot better, and it makes it look like a whole nother quality of an eyeshadow. You know what I mean? Alright, let's go into Leo. So you can definitely tell the difference with the wet ones, how, I don't know if you can see it really on camera or not, but they have much less fallout, like they're much less clumpy like, and they're more of like a soft texture, like they one swipe kind of motion, you know, there's not like little chunks laying everywhere, except for this one it's still just not very pigmented. I think for that one, the only thing that you would really use it for would be the inner corner anyways, but oh my goodness, these right here just, I love these colors. I do think several of them are quite chunky, but it's something that couldn't be worked with. I don't have anything else in my collection like this, obviously, because I don't have very big of a collection, but I do think they're really, really pretty, and you can do a lot with them, and obviously there's no transition shades in it. It's a very colorful palette, so I think I'm going to be reaching for this a lot when I'm going to be doing like metallic looks or something like that, you know. And I really like this black. Yeah, so I think I really like this one. I think it's a very, very vibrant kind of like a Medusa-y color. That's what I think of when I see it. But these right here are just like, they're my colors, man. Obviously, if you're not into this, or if the patchiness kind of got to you, or maybe like the chunks or stuff, I get it. But I think it's pretty nice. I think that's a couple of the downfalls. And as far as fallout goes, I haven't had a problem with it today. I did spray it with a Hard Candy. I did use it wet, so I didn't like put it on my eye with my finger or just like a dry brush or anything, so I don't know like fallout when it comes to that. But just regular, I got gel liner stuck under my nail. Anyway, so yes, I really, really like this palette, and I hope you enjoyed my video. And if you did, give me a thumbs up, a like, and I hope you have a great day, and God bless. Just wanted to let y'all know that I wore my nightgown in this video. I did. It's nighttime, and I'm tired, and so I was like, I'm just gonna wear my nightgown. So I did. It says hello sunshine. But it's nighttime.